You pick up the differences. Make sure with your clients you are extremely consistent. So next one, how can you make your customers feel that it's easy to buy? Let's talk about McDonald's again just before I get you to make your own list. How can you make them feel easy to buy? Why is it easy to buy at McDonald's? There's pictures on the wall. You don't even have to walk up and say, can I have a burger, a drink and fries? You walk up and say, can I have a number 2? Yeah, limited menu. There's not 4,000 things to choose from. You know, there's, what do they got? 7 or 8 burgers. That's it. What else makes it easy to buy? Easily packaged. Drive-through. Up until recently, how could you pay at McDonald's? Cash only. Nowadays you can use FPOS. What else makes it easy to buy at McDonald's? There's lots of them, yeah, they're everywhere. Speed, absolutely. Affordability. Parking. Playgrounds for the kids. Yeah, they have toilets. From the highway, you go to the toilet at McDonald's.
Clean toilets.
Clean toilets in most cases. Advertising. By the way, does McDonald's use image building or direct response advertising? Wrong. Less than 30% of their advertising is image building. 70% of their ads has a call to action, come buy this now. Buy this toy this week. Isn't it time for a McDonald's breakfast? When do they run the McDonald's breakfast ads? Breakfast time. McDonald's did an interesting experiment in Western New South Wales about 8 years ago. They stopped advertising for 1 month in one small town. It took them 6 years to get back to the same position. Think about that. Huge losses of numbers. Because when McDonald's advertising, where do they spend most of their money advertising? Radio. Because when you're driving in that car, you hear a McDonald's ad. Boom. Yeah, I have that. What is their best advertising, McDonald's? That arch, that high. How far out can you see those golden arches? You can see them for miles, can't you? Especially on the highway ones. They have some of those where it's like 100 feet in the air. You come over a rise and you see the golden arches. You've got a couple of minutes to contemplate it. So what can you do to make it easy for people to buy? Come up with as many ideas. Talk about it on your table. What can you do to make it easy for people to buy? You have 1 minute. So the next one, what can you do to give your business the wow factor? And how will you ensure this happens for every A-grade client? Now, this is very important. Are you building your business to cater for C and D grade customers? No, you're building it to cater for A-grade customers. Kind of for B grade, but mostly for A-grade customers. So if you're going to build in the wow factor, you're only building it for which group of customers? A-grade customers. Does that make sense to everybody? So who are McDonald's A-grade customers? Kids, absolutely, that have parties. Who else?
The elderly.
The drivers.
And the elderly,
The drivers that are always going through drive-through every single day, you know, all that sort of stuff. What has McDonald's introduced recently that has increased their sales massively? Bottled water through their drive-through. Phenomenal. Because Coca-Cola now sell a bottled water, so now McDonald's does. As well as the Mac Cafe, the $1 cappuccino. They had the $1 cappuccino when they started. Do they still have the $1 cappuccino? Oh, it's in New Zealand, so that's $2, you know. So when you talk about the wow factor, we already talked about a few of those things before you can do for building the deposits, but you've got to build that in mainly for A-grade customers, not for the others. I'll stay with that point. So here's what we look at now. With customers, to build customer service, we want to build what I call a ladder of loyalty. How we get them so that they become raving fans. Ladder of loyalty starts out with, the first level is what we call a suspect. Everyone, what's first level? When is someone a suspect? No, before they even come in. When they fit your target market. Everyone that fits your target market is a suspect. Does that make sense? It's kind of like, you know, when they're investigating a crime, everyone that fits the target is a suspect. So someone is a suspect if they fit your target market. Then we move up and they become a what? Prospect. What makes someone a prospect?
They have a want and need.
They have taken some action, called you, contacted you, come to your seminar, walked into your shop, emailed you, and you've collected their details. They are not a prospect if you don't know who they are and how to get back to them. Does that make sense? Hello? Yes. Excellent. So they have to have taken an action and you have to have collected their details. Name, address, phone numbers, etc. Because how many of you have had millions or hundreds or thousands even of prospects in the past that you have no idea who they are? How much would that have been worth to you if you could have collected all of their names and addresses and put them on your newsletter list? Because by the way, are you building a database just for the current business you're building? No. What if you start another business? I remember when my wife, we bought her a beauty salon. And she went into the beauty salon, we wrote to all of our customers in 2 of our other businesses and offered them a free mini facial. So from one business you can build another. And so on and so on and so on. So they go from suspect to prospect, and then when they make their purchase, they become a shopper. They're not a customer yet. They go up to shopper. They are a shopper if they buy something and you then confirm their details. They are only a shopper when they've made one purchase. They are not yet a customer. Why do you think that's the case? Have you built any loyalty after one purchase usually? No. So that's why one of your biggest jobs on the ladder of loyalty is to move them from shopper up to the next rung of the ladder. And guess what it is? Customer, exactly. So they've got to have made a second purchase to become a customer. The statistics show if someone has made 2 purchases from you, the possibility of them purchasing from you again is 10 times better than if they've only made 1 purchase. If you can get a second purchase, there is a 10-fold or 1,000% better chance of them buying a 3rd, 4th and 5th time than if they've only made 1. So is it a good idea to put a lot of effort to get those first-time buyers in a second time? Why? Because when they've bought from you a second time, what does it become for them? Almost a habit. Does that make sense? It's something they are more comfortable with. So someone's a customer if they buy a second time. So then we take a look, we've got to get them from customer to the next level of the ladder of loyalty, and that is where they become a what? A member. Someone's a member if they have a member's kit and they feel like they belong. So what goes into a member's kit? Let me tell you about our member's kit in my wife's beauty salon. Someone comes in for a first time. They actually get sent out to them a member's kit. It has a silver members card with their name on it and their membership number. It has a brochure of the company. It has several samples of product that we get for free from the company that we buy our product from. Does that make sense? Okay, it's very simple. We then have, from silver, they can go up to become a gold member, which they have to pay. In my wife's beauty salon, it's $295 a month to be a gold member. That entitles you to 5 or 6 different treatments, basically. The sort of things that every woman would get every month, but they do it as a membership. Once you become a gold member, you get a coffee cup with your name on it. Then you can step up to become a platinum member. That's more different treatments. It's $495 a month, no, $450 a month, or they can pay for it annually, and it's called stress relief, corporate benefits, taxation. And they not only get a coffee mug, they now get a champagne glass with their name on it. Then you can ultimately step up to be a diamond member, which is just under $600 a month, and you get a robe as well. It's kept in the salon for you. You wear your own robe. It's got your name on it. Everyone knows you're a diamond member. So when a diamond member is swanning about the salon, because that's what they do, everyone knows it, and they can choose their champagne or their coffee or whatever it is they're doing. Does that make sense for everybody? But we start with a basic members kit. So what can you put in your members kit? 3 minutes, start thinking about it. What can go in your members kit? All righty, what are we going to have, Sharon?
I'm going to have a little rope bag, and I'm going to have a little a pen with name and phone number on it, with a list for them to write their orders every time they think of it, and a couple of other things, like a fridge magnet or something, so they've got my phone number.
Fridge magnet and
to
pens.
make sure they can.
Excellent idea. Excellent idea. Back, Mike.
Hi, I'm Sean. Our business deals totally with other businesses, and 99.9% of businesses have a computer, so we're going to put mouse mats in.
Mouse pads. Another really good one is screensavers. Screensavers. They're very cheap and easy to produce. You can buy software that's like a couple $100 to produce your own.
Yep, my name is Ray Hill. I work for a company that manufactures medical therapeutic equipment. Most of our clients are in their 60s, 70s and 80s. We thought maybe selling, when people go ahead, whether they invest or not, we give them a fairly cheap pen with a name upon it. If they do go ahead, put a more expensive pen. And also we thought of getting a photo collage with all our customers sitting back in their chairs and beds looking good and leaving a space for you to, we can put that in for you too.
Good idea. Back, Mike.
Yeah, Andrew, we deal mainly with a lot of property managers and or mainly the decision makers of companies. So we're going to look at doing, say, personal compendiums and diaries.
Very nice. Become a member.
Chris, we look after about 700 properties for clients. A lot of those clients are multiple owners. We might have clients who have 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we can get a graduated members kit, it might be a package with a pen, cap, T-shirt, key ring, those sort of things, and work your way up to. I'll have to have a look at their fees first before how far we go.
Absolutely. You've got to do your numbers on this stuff too, folks. There's no use just giving them stuff for the sake of it. Once again, what are we talking about? A-grade customers. They're the ones we want to target with it. Back, Mike.
Hi, Angie. We sell into the car trade and speak predominantly to dealership, the bosses. So a voucher for him or her and their sales team, a voucher for getting a neck massage at work because they can't actually leave. So.
Fantastic. Just send one of those massage companies around to them and do that sort of stuff. Fantastic.
Just for a coffee shop, for the first, say, they have the cards, 10 cards. After that, they get a coffee mug with a logo. Every time they bring it in, they get their 10% off. And then the next one, they're actually card. The next time, they get it actually in a Rolodex, so they don't have to bring it around. They say their name, and they get a little sweet of the day, free sweet of the day with their thing, and just build up each time. Yeah.
Excellent. I love, there was a coffee shop down at Brighton Beach here where they actually when they built it, they built this massive wall that had like little slots about this big to fit your coffee, and it wasn't a cup, it was a coffee bowl. You know those real big ones that they have for coffee? And if you became a member, they had your coffee bowl with your name on it up on the wall. So it was really, really neat. So you really felt like you belonged.
Ashley, in real estate, tradesman service or a lawns mowed in spring each year?
Excellent idea.
Yeah, Ray, we're in all sorts of businesses. Things, contracting deals with suppliers for free lubes, car grooms, dinners, stuff
Absolutely.
that costs us nothing.
Absolutely. Did everyone get that idea? Okay, you get the stuff that costs you nothing. Do contra deals with as many people as you can to get stuff that's given away. They'll be happy to if you introduce them to your clients. So the next stage up the ladder, we go from the bottom is everybody. Next one is then, and then finally, well, second last level is we get to advocate. What someone is if they're an advocate, if they tell others about you. The distinct difference with an advocate is generally you have to ask them to tell others about you. They'll tell them if you ask them. What we want to build them to is this last level. Once they hit advocate, we hopefully can get them over the line and we turn them into a raving fan. Not like that bloke on the NRMA ads, Wallace Fairweather. Do you all remember those? But what a raving fan is, they actually do your selling for you. See, an advocate will tell others that you exist. What a raving fan does is they say to you, oh, you've got to deal with them. They are just the best. You must deal with them. Call them up. In fact, let me give them your number. So here's the big question. What takes someone from member through to raving fan? Please take 1 minute to discuss it with the people on your table. It's a vital question to understand. What takes them from member where they feel like they belong to someone who actually sells for you? 1 minute, folks. Wow factor, emotion, trust, communication, all part of it. Relationship. One-to-one relationship. At the point they have relationship, where they're kind of like they believe they're your mate, they're your friend, and they're happy to do it for you. What builds relationship? All the things you were talking about. The wow factor, it gives them something to talk about. Emotion, trust, communication, all builds relationship. At that point in time, people sell for you. They talk about it. A couple of lessons from FedEx. They had a motto in their company as they want customers to stay, and pay. Stay, say and pay. Instead of walk, squawk and balk. Well, it was a very nice little thing that they used to have up on their walls in their offices. Stay, say and pay rather than walk, squawk and balk. It should probably be our aims as well. Just another quick reminder before we finish up on customer service. People pay for service. They're happy to pay extra for extra service. So when you put your prices up, increase the value by giving them service that basically costs you nothing. Because price should be determined by value, not by cost. Let me say that again. Price should be determined by value, not by cost. Alrighty, After we come back from lunch, we're going to play my board game Leverage and lock in all of the lessons that we've learnt so far. To do that, and please make sure there is 5 people around each table. 5 people around. You cannot have 6, you cannot have 4, you need to have 5. Please listen, because I'm going to go through the rules once and only once, and then you need to read your rule book, which takes a lot longer. You're going to need to move this game quickly, so you're going to have to move fast and make sure. If there is someone, are there any tables, where are the people that have played before? Where are they all? Make sure there's no more than 1 a table. That person gets to be banker, because they've played before. Back table, Hans, up there. Oh, that one's covered. All right, set up a new table, please, Red. Let's go through how we play. Getting started. We've set up the game board for you. Please elect one person to be banker, most probably the person who sat next to the money. Congratulations. Each person chooses a coloured playing piece. You should see them there already on the start marker. Pick which one is yours. Okay, please each tear off one of the A4 playing sheets if you do not have one already. Just throw the whole pad of them back in the box. Once you've torn them off, put the pad back in the box. Don't want you jumping ahead, you high Ds. And please pick one of the playing cards. They are approximately A6 in size, a quarter of A4. They're the cards that have the businesses on them. Fan them out, bankers or whoever's got them, fan them out, and then keep them upside down, and someone pick one. Each of you gets to pick one of these cards. Pick which business you're in. Yeah, you can just throw them out to them if you want. Here, you can be this one. Or... So you get to find out what business you're about to run. What do you got? Who's a consultant? Who's a... What'd you get, Trudy? An auto repair shop. Excellent. You'd be good at that. All right, put the spare ones back in the box. The spare ones back in the box. Okay, please transfer all of your numbers from that card onto your playing sheet. You will need to use the pencils that are on the desk. There are pencils on the desk. You need to transfer your numbers to both sides of the playing sheet. Both sides. You'll see there are 2 sets of numbers. One is your business revenue numbers, the 5 ways. Those numbers go on both sides of your playing sheet. And you'll see there is another set of numbers. That is your systems numbers. They go on just the front of your playing sheet. Please audit that person's numbers. Please check their numbers. I think I've seen it enough times.
No, I think that's it.
Oh, okay. You will notice, please listen up folks, it'll make the game go a lot faster if you listen carefully. You will notice that you have 5 numbers. They are called your 5 ways numbers, your marketing leverage numbers. How you increase those is when you throw the dice, you will move around. You use 2 dice throughout the game. As you move around the track, you land on different squares. You might land on conversion rate. Guess what you get to pick up when you land on conversion rate? A conversion rate card. Very intriguing, isn't it? So when you do that, someone just pick up one of the conversion rate cards on your table and read it out to the rest of the people on your table. So at the end of it, it would have given you an amount to spin the wheel.